Hi there, my name is Esther, and I'm here again. Uh, I'm I thank you for going on this journey with me as I share with you my thoughts on purpose. My goal, my desire is to fulfill my purpose, and my purpose happens to be to help people to realize what their purpose is. And I know that I've talked about it before, but I want to get a little more into it. And the best way that I feel that I need to get into it is to be a little more vulnerable myself and tell you about some of the things that I've experienced that might be helpful for you. And I wanted to share with you some of the things that I've dealt with, because sometimes when you're trying to fulfill your purpose, you need to also find out what your gifts are to fulfill your purpose. What are the things that God put in you? So I want to point out that God didn't just have you to exist just to be existing, just to have fun, just to do different things. When God created you, there were some things specifically that He put in you that He wants you to do, and only you can do it the way that you can do it, the way that He purposed you to do it. So, one of the things that I dealt with was some of the gifts that I had. I just wasn't owning up to them. I was actually shrinking myself. And so I would actually compare myself to other people. One of the ways I would compare myself, because I sing, and I never wanted to feel like I was boastful in any of the things that I admitted that I was able to do, but I also would compare myself to others. And deep down, I actually felt like I didn't mount up. I didn't reach. I almost felt like I was living a lie a little bit, because I was measuring myself with someone else who I felt was so much better. So I always felt less than. So one thing that I realized, that even though I might not be as good as some of the other people that I might think are great singers, that doesn't mean that I'm not good at what I do. So I'm telling you as well, just because you might not be as good as some of the people that you admire, some of the people that you might feel are excellent in something, that doesn't mean that you're not gifted in that area. That just means that maybe they are supposed to have a multitude of people to hear them, or to do whatever, to follow whatever you're sharing, or whatever they're sharing. But you might not have that big of an audience that God may have put you in charge of. So it might be people to come to you individually, it might be a group of people, or whatever. So don't ever measure yourself based upon somebody else, because just because you don't feel like you're as great as they are, you might not be, but that doesn't mean that you're not great. I have sang. God has blessed me to be able to sing, because I've been singing. He also allowed me to go to Peru on 3 missions trips there, Africa, Benin, uh, Lagos, Ghana, South Africa, Bloemfontein. He had allowed me to go to different places, different states, and all of that to sing. I would lived in Colorado for a while, and I led worship, yet still something inside of me kept telling me, those negative thoughts kept telling me I wasn't good enough. I want you to know that just because you're not what, like I said before, you might feel like you're not mounting up to those people that you feel are fantastic or whatever. That does not mean that you're not good at it. That does not mean that that's not your gift. Just seek God to find out what your gift is. I mean, I'm an artist. I might not be what do you call it, Da Vinci, or so I don't know, some of the great artists. For some reason, I can't think of their names right now, but I might not be as great as they are. But I've painted murals in people's homes. I've painted walls in churches. Some of the people have some of my paintings in their homes that I painted years ago. I'm a poet. I write poetry. And yet, every time I tried to measure myself up to somebody who I looked at, and in my eyes, I felt like they were better, I kept feeling like I was a counterfeit, that I wasn't as good, I wasn't really that gifted. But I've come to realize I am, and I have something to share. I have something to share by using those gifts that God has given me. So there might be times I come on and I speak with you. I might sing a song. And you might think, oh, yeah, she's whatever, whatever. I want you to know, I know that God has given me the gift to sing. But no, I'm not as great as the Beyoncés or the Tasha Cobbs or whatever. But God has given me an assignment to sing, and my heart is for Him. And so, therefore, sometimes my deliverance might be more of a blessing sometimes than some of the things that they do. So, I had to own up to that. I want you to own up to your gift. I want you to own up to what you have to give to others to be a blessing. And I want you to serve it with all of your heart. Put your all into it. If you're not to where you want to be, always strive to do better in it. Try to perfect those things so that you can be a blessing to more people. Again, God didn't bring you in this world just to be walking around or just to show your cuteness or just to, be existing. God put you here for a purpose. He put you here and He put something in you to share, to be a blessing, to make a difference in the world. So, again, today was about purpose. I will be sharing more. Love you all. Thank you so much for those of you that are watching. Those of you that this is for, please, please, please listen to what I'm saying and do those things that I've asked. I can only share with you the things that I've gone through and how I've learned to share. But anyway, love you. God bless. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.